So typically I get the Pro Max iPhone every year because I like having the biggest, the best, and the most innovative. But this year I couldn't just get the Pro Max because Apple also launched the iPhone Air, which at just 5.6 millimeters thin is actually the thinnest iPhone to ever exist. And I've been using this phone for about a day now, and I am just so in love with it because it's so thin, it's so light, and so sleek. So without further ado, let's start this unboxing video. So this is what the iPhone Air box looks like up close. It's just a side portrait of the device, and even here on this box, you can tell how thin and light this phone feels, besides, of course, up here on the camera area because that sticks out a bit. Over here on the side says iPhone, and then top and bottom, Apple logo. But anyway, let's just pop this device open. I am so excited to check out the first ever iPhone Air because I really do love when technology gets thinner and lighter. And at some point it feels so seamless, guys, that it's almost like it's not even there. So hopefully that's what this iPhone Air feels like. We can grab it right here, and wow, this phone is so light. The rear design actually kind of reminds me of a Google Pixel, and I am just so impressed. This is so skinny, it's so thin. Okay, so let's take the screen protection off right here, and wow. I am so glad I bought this phone because usually I just buy the Pro Max iPhones, but I'm like, you know, this year when the Air comes out, I've got to get that too. And I haven't even turned this on yet, but I'm already really, really impressed by how thin this is. But also, of course, here in the box, we have a braided USB-C cable as well as some paperwork. But let's put this to the side and check out the star of the show. So let's power this guy on. Wow. It feels so thin. And I love how shiny the sides are as well. So beautiful. Anyway, I'm just gonna take a moment to set up this iPhone and then we can start using it. And boom, now I have this iPhone Air all nice and set up. And first impressions, folks, I've gotta say, this phone is amazing. One of the first thoughts I had actually while holding this phone is, this is the first iPhone in a long, long time I've actually wanted to use purely without a case. And yes, I've got a lot of iPhone Air case videos coming, so don't worry. Is that the smartest thing in the world to use this without a case? I don't know, because it is pretty thin. Hopefully it's durable too. But I'm just so struck by how thin it is. This is just a really impressive piece of technology, folks. Now, if you've seen pictures of the inside of this device online like I have, you know that all of the stuff down here is essentially iPhone Air battery, right? Because they have to fit decent battery life into this phone. And then the computing power is all up here in the camera bump, which is very interesting as well. So anyway, let's take a tour around this phone. We've got the action button right here. I have mine set to silent or ring on the phone. We have the volume buttons down here. Over here on the bottom, USB-C port that is barely thinner than the phone itself. Speaker grills, camera control button, then of course side button right here if you want to power the phone on or talk to Siri, and over on the back of the phone, that beautiful glass back. And I really do love this nice light blue color I picked out on this phone. It is very white looking, right? I looked at a picture of me holding this device and it kind of looks white, but I definitely see the blue hue as well. And I mean, folks, just to give you an idea of how razor thin this iPhone Air is, here it is with the iPhone 17 Pro Max, that brand new other Apple phone, and I'm in the habit of always getting the Pro Max version of an iPhone, like I said earlier, but just with the Air, I couldn't help but get this too because it just looks so cool how thin it is. So very big difference there. But now while we're outside, I also want to show you some of the camera capabilities on this device. Just like debuted with the iPhone 16 line of phones right here, we do have the camera control button on the top. So if you go ahead and click that, you can go ahead and open up the camera, take your pictures. And one thing that I'm noticing is this phone, since it's so thin, I mean, it's barely thicker than this camera control button, which I'm not used to because obviously on these Pro Max phones, right, it's so much thicker than that camera control button. So it's just very interesting to see that there. Now, one downside about the iPhone Air, which is why I didn't only purchase this phone this year, is that rear camera, because there is only one lens right here, which I'm kind of sad about because I appreciate having the 3 different lenses. So this one camera lens is 48 megapixels, which is the same resolution as the 3 lenses on the 17 Pro Max right here, but there is unfortunately only one. But let's go ahead and just test it out. So I can open up the camera app right here, and you'll notice, unlike on the Pro Max, there's only a 1x and 2x zoom option. So we can go ahead and zoom in right here and take this picture, and we can also go ahead and test out the video here. So I'm gonna go and I'll record myself talking to it. Hello, this is being filmed on the iPhone Air. How does it look and sound? Hopefully pretty good. And then last but not least, let me show you the front selfie camera right here on the iPhone Air, if you want to come over and look at that. So basically, this is also a center stage true depth 18 megapixel camera as well, like on the Pro line of phones, basically meaning that if you move back and forth like this, the camera will automatically zoom into your face, which is super helpful if you're going to record selfie videos like this or for FaceTime calls. But yeah, folks, well, I do love my 17 Pro Max right here, and I think I'm going to use this one as my new daily driver soon enough. I am so glad I also got the Air this year because I'm just really marveling and awestruck by the technological capacity that Apple has to be able to build such a thin and light phone. So anyway, folks, if you are interested in getting an iPhone Air for yourselves, it does start at about $1,000, so it's definitely not a cheap phone. It is still a premium Apple phone, even though it doesn't have the Pro name to it. And if you are looking for accessories or cases for this phone, I'll have a link down in the description to my playlist of all the different videos I've made about those things, and I do have a lot coming for the iPhone Air. Also, if you enjoyed this video, definitely don't forget to smash the subscribe button and subscribe for more awesome technology videos just like this one. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you so much for subscribing. Bye.